else who's going to be that market mentor for me, and how am I going to do that? But in the meantime, it's like the emotions, all of the sadness that you feel, all of the things that you failed for yourself, right? And you think of all these things. And so I kind of was in a bit of a slump the last couple months, and just doing the woe is me, I feel sorry for myself. And this past weekend, I finally just cut him out of my life. I mean, I blocked him from my phone. I went to church this morning, and the message was very clear that I did the right thing as far as just not having someone that was not going to be supportive in my life, and just start all over. Well, anyways, long story short, what I started to do is just onboard people. So I've been onboarding my leaders first, meeting them one by one, and then also telling them, okay, let's onboard your people. And onboarding means, to me, is just getting their why again. And sometimes our why changes along the way. So the why could be different than it was a month or 2 months ago. My why changed almost overnight. So I did a lot of the onboarding. I asked what their why was. I asked for short-term goal, what they wanted to accomplish, because even if they missed that goal, it gets them that much closer to that goal next month if they missed it this month. Not that I'm telling them to miss it, but I'm just saying that if you don't set a goal, then you have nothing to look forward to and nothing to aim for, and you're just running, right? So you have to have some sort of goal. And then I talk about long-term goals. So I try to find out what is it that they really, when they signed up with Money, what was it that they really wanted to accomplish? Was it retiring their spouse, retiring themselves, making that extra money? And that long-term goal might have changed. It could be where their original long-term goal was just being able to have play money so they wouldn't have to ask their spouse for cash, to now going, wow, I want to retire my husband, or now I want to plan for vacations, and now I want to be able to say we have that financial freedom. And so that always changes. So creating a dream board and having them just really dive into their long-term why, because it really is not a race. It's a long distance journey, and I want to know what their long distance journey is, and I want to connect with them as people because I want to know what their why is so I can help them get their goals. I sat down with this one girl who had been doing nothing in her business for the last 3 months. The person below her was close to hitting MMB, and the 3 months, every month I would tell her, you're close to MMB if you just got 3 active lines, just 3 active lines and 1 person to hit MMP, and she just never did it. Well, finally, I finally sat down with her again, and I said, okay, let's just onboard you again. And I mean, she literally cried in front of me because her why had changed, and her why was huge. And I think when you start really caring about people and caring about their goals, they start remembering their why, and then their motivation comes back again. So definitely the onboarding. I did kind of stop some personal development, and I have to tell you, your videos and Fisher's have made a huge impact for me when I'm not reading and not praying. And I think just even when you're not feeling like doing anything, at least watching videos of other people doing something and finding ways to get yourself motivated when you're not, truly gets you through that point. And finally at that point where I'm like, okay, I've watched enough videos, I've got to start getting back into that motivational video, reading for myself, just really diving into the books, jotting down notes. What I was doing was I was reading but not really writing notes. I think it's so important to write notes because that's how you train your people on the things you've learned. And so what happens was when I would go back to try to do my live videos, I forgot what I wanted to talk about because I just didn't write the things that really grabbed me at that moment. So anyway, so those are kind of the things that have really helped me to get myself back into the game, is onboarding myself, onboarding my team, having them onboard their people, watching leaders who are at least doing something when I'm not motivated myself to get me past that point. And then now just making sure that I'm taking notes when I'm watching videos so that I could train other people with the things that I've learned based on what really hit me. Because what might have hit home for me could probably hit home for other people.
Yeah. Awesome, Emily. That's the thing with power. When you go through something, when you're going through a storm, your story impacts others. And so you may not have wanted to go through that, but it empowers you so that you can help others. So you've been through this situation, so you're going to be able to help others who've been through the same situation. And sometimes you don't want to go through those things, but it just makes you more powerful. So that's what's going on right now. Your story is just more powerful. So I'm proud of you, and you're going to do it. I mean, you're amazing. So just keep on keeping on.
Thank you, because you've definitely been an encouragement for me for sure, whether you know it or not.
Well, you encourage me too. So you just awesome. So thank you for sharing. Thank you. All right. Who else wants to go next? We, the ones that just joined us, we're just talking about walls that we've hit and things we've done to get over those walls. Like what has helped us get over those walls that would help someone else. So, you want to, Laura?
I don't know what to do, but I'll.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you. Go for it.
Okay. So my wall is that I'm going back and re-onboarding myself again, and then I'm going to do my team. I'm going to start at the beginning of all my MPs and just work my way down.
Okay.
And watching more videos.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. And you're very too.
Oh, thank you. Hey, is there anything that you've done that, because I know you've had like a long journey. You just got to AMM and is there anything that you feel like has helped you?
Praying a lot. Praying. It does. I listen to Co-Love every morning.
Awesome.
Every morning. But listening to Ann and Julie and you and Rachel, I listen and I take notes. I have a notebook right now that I'm writing. I write in, and I try to share it with everybody.
Good. Awesome. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing, Laura. Thank you. Good job. Doing awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Just unmute yourself. Rachel, do you want to go?
Yeah, I don't know how to unmute myself.
You're unmuted, so you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. So am I just going to stay little like this?
Yeah.
Okay, what are we talking about? Because I had to download the app.
Oh, you're fine. So what we're talking about walls that we've hit. You've hit a wall. I mean, you've had a wall in your business. So what was something that helped you get over that wall?
My future, what I know that I needed in my future, and what I didn't want in my future. I didn't want to be stuck behind a job that I didn't like, that I couldn't go anywhere with my kids. So a lot of motivation had to go back into my want. And, I just, got on your coattail and just, when I was down, I knew who I could follow. And, you want everyone to follow each other, because leaders are supposed to lead by example. And, when you have a partner down, you need to make sure that they have a good leader to follow. So, when I was down, I had to find that self-motivation again. And it does take some time to find it again. And you just have to regroup and say, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And you just do it.
Yeah.
So, it's a blessing that I did get over that hump, because I am doing this full time now, and I'm feeding Lily right now with the other hand. So, it's truly a blessing to be in Monate, and it's just a blessing.
So was there anything specific that you did that really kind of helped you, like with your mindset? Because there was times where, you didn't know, like, so was there anything specific that you did that kind of helped your mindset to get through that?
I will say this. I don't know if any of you guys know Madeline Boudreaux on here. Madeline Boudreaux is in my downline, but I look to more as her, not as a market partner, but as a, she is retirement age. And so she knows the walk of life. And I needed somebody else to say, Rachel, you can do this. You are in the right time. You have those 2 little kids. They need you. So, to hear something, from your downline, it's that helped, because she is a great leader and she is a motivator for her team. And so it was just like a reality check, because she knew that I had it in me, but I just didn't see it at the time.
Yeah. Awesome. So really it's important who you surround yourself with and who you listen to.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I wake up every day and I'm thinking this is going to be a positive day. And there has been days where the devil has just wanted to throw me in the dirt, but you just got to get that doubt and fear out of your mind and say, nope, I'm going to do this. So it's a struggle every day. We're all human, but I mean, we're in the right business, and don't doubt that.
Awesome.
So
yeah. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Good job.
You're welcome.
Love you. All right. Anybody else want to share? Marcy. Okay. Go for it.
Unmute. Hi, everyone. How are y'all? So, I'm kind of new. I'm just February, so I still feel like very new. But I saw somebody, and they did this like chart thing here, and I literally do this every single month, and I take pleasure, and I mark off every single little thing, and some months it happens sooner than others. And this isn't even, I put AED on here. This isn't even my next rank. My next rank is MMM, but I just want to hop over MMM. I'm just ready to roll. So so I made this, but I feel like wherever you're going to go, you've got to put it right in front of your face. So I feel like that really, really gets you going. And then I have another little banner up here in my office, and I literally have girls' names all across my room. And they're big names. They're big names of people who are very busy in other businesses, and they are going to be on my team. And I actually have a few of them that have already joined on. So there's just such value. It sounds so hokey and weird, but to write it down, put it down. I have my dream board over here on my door, and this is my sanctuary. I'm stuck in here all day long, and so I make it work for me. And I have a really cool story, because on my dream board I have a Royal Caribbean cruise, and when it was announced, I started crying. I was like, God, you will blow my mind. We serve a big, huge God, and He will honor your request. He sees that dream board, and He's going to make every single thing on that happen. So just to keep yourself motivated. And Sadie, I see you got a little guy there, and I saw there was another baby, Courtney, your little baby over there, and I have grandkids. I have 2 little girls, and man, I just want to give them the world. I just don't want money to have to be an issue, so they motivate me too. So I just feel like you really have to self-motivate. If you're counting on somebody else to motivate you all the time, you've got to find it inside, and of course that comes from the Lord. So yeah, there's my sermon.
We like sermons around here. You know me, I get to preaching, so.
Yeah, that's right. So thank you. That's all.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. You're doing amazing. Just keep on, girl. You're going to be there.
Thank
you. All right. Anybody else want to share? Just wave at me and I'll unmute you. Anybody? Anybody? Where's Amanda? Amanda, you share. Just a second. Let me unmute you. Okay, go for it, Amanda.
Okay, so I'm trying not to show my face. I have a sunburn.
Oh my gosh.
But I would say, yeah, I kind of sometimes do struggle with comparing myself to people, not necessarily wanting to be them, but thinking that I need to work harder because I'm not getting where I need to be fast enough, and always kind of check myself to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can do so that I don't get upset about it. But I also, in my business, had a setback because I'm kind of like, I don't want to leave anybody behind. I want everybody to feel like they're taken care of and getting all of the help from me that they can get, to where it sometimes has hampered their ability to actually lead their own teams. And so this last month I did, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is that where you can hear me?
Yeah.
I did have to basically tell one of my girls that that she needed to lead her team, and that she knew what she needed to do, and that I wasn't going to hold her hands and talk to her a couple hours a day and encourage her, that she needed to be able to do it herself. And then I went back. I went back on one of my levels, and she dropped back as well. But this month she's decided she's really taking more initiative, and she's working her business. And she called me, and she called all of her team, and she started reading a book, and started a planner, and started booking her own events for her team. And now actually having new people in her group that joined her, starting to work, because just like I told her today, they joined for her, not for me.
Right.
And so now they're excited about relaunching and re-onboarding and actually working with her. So she didn't realize that people joined for them, not for their upline.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. So I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome, girl.
Yeah. And I guess, you know, and of course I have so many great people on my team that I just enjoy being around. Of course this job is hard, but I feel like it's a lot of fun. I feel like we get paid and taken care of, and I don't feel like I actually work as hard as I should for as much as we're spoiled.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does, for sure. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you have someone to fight for, you know, that's sitting right by you. So you have plenty.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. 6 of them.
Yeah. You have a lot. You have a gag.
I have enough.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you, Amanda, for sharing. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, girl. Anybody else want to share? Raise your hand. And Rachel wants to share again. Go for it.
What is it?
Hi.
What is it? Huh?
Oh, I was just saying what we're talking about before.
I know that I encourage my girls to do live videos. And there is something really powerful about a live video. I don't know what it is, but people love it. And I know that Amanda and me and you have done Brian Fryer.
Yeah.
And just doing a different content layout on Facebook will really help your business, because they're looking at value stuff and not junk.
Yeah.
So I know that's helped my business.
Mm-hmm.
The layout of Facebook, because it does not look like an ad, don't look like a newspaper.
Right.
So
yeah.
The live videos though they're really good.
Yep. We know that.
And I love watching you, Amanda. I mean, you do amazing. So don't ever doubt yourself, and you do great, girl.
Everyone.
I watch you. I actually watch her a lot, huh?
I said every one of these ladies could do live, so more of them. Emily, she needs to do more lives. Marcy, I don't know if I do live, girl.
I didn't, and I don't know who's all on here, because I did I had to download, so I kind of came in the middle. So
we were talking.
I saw Amanda's name down there. So
yeah, we were talking about comparison, just comparing yourself to others, and how it robs you of joy. Anybody else want to share? Thank you, ma'am. Anybody else?
Hey, you should have Brandy share.
Brandy. Okay, go for it, Mandy. Your sister wants you to share.
Well, My phone is at literally 1% and I'm on the couch, so I might shut off.
Okay.
But I'm so new that I do compare myself only because I'm trying to figure out who I want to follow. Obviously, I'm following my sister Amanda and you, Jessica. But I actually had I had a get together with some of my new girls, and something that I do is I teach my new girls to do one Mo neighborhood every, like for if they're in 2 full months of Smart Start, to do a Mo neighborhood both months, because there's no sense in spanning it out within 2 months. It's a huge goal. It's a high goal to reach, but for new girls, if we teach them that to build a Mo neighborhood in 1 month, then that next month they can build a whole new one versus dividing out that commission and the bonuses. So I teach them, a good, a great, and an awesome goal. Obviously, a good goal, I always teach them one market partner or one block. A great goal is 2 blocks, and then an awesome goal would be a full Mo neighborhood. But that was on my mind today because I did 3 within my Smart Start. And so I don't know. I feel like it's very, very achievable. And that's where I come into play of trying to compare myself to the higher directors. But I don't want new girls to think that it's unachievable. And so that's what I'm trying to preach to my team, is that it is very doable.
Yeah.
But that I don't know what else you want me to share about, but I did that today with some girls on my team.
I think it's expectation, because if you can expand their expectation, then that's going to help them.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I wouldn't try to set someone a goal that I haven't personally achieved. Like if I couldn't build my neighborhood in 1 month, I wouldn't expect someone under me to try to achieve that. But since I did, I know they can do it too.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome.
My phone didn't die.
Yay! You made it through. Thank you. Good job. You're doing awesome. Keep on keeping on.
I love how she does the good and the great and the awesome so that they're not actually feeling discouraged if they don't meet one of the goals.
Yeah, I like that too. So awesome. Anybody else want to share something? Anybody? Okay, I'm just going to say something right fast, okay? And if someone wants to share, they can wave at me. So we're not very long on this. Okay, so we did a director's call a couple days ago, and I want to talk to you guys about what was on the director's call, okay? So you guys can kind of understand where we're at, all right? One of the coolest things I want you guys to listen to is back in February, the call center. Do you guys remember the call center, how ridiculous it was? Do you remember? Raise your hand. Every one of us remembers, okay? The pain of that. Did you know that what the average waiting time was? 2 hours, okay? 2 hours. Do y'all know what it is now? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's pretty amazing. So they've gotten it to 2 minutes average wait time. That's huge, okay? So we've kind of made it over that hump, so that's great. There's no secret sauce. Just bring people in and get them onboarded and launch them. There's no secret sauce, right? Every one of us is doing the same thing, the same system. From Tony all the way down. We're all doing the same system. 153 Cadillacs were rewarded so far. That's pretty cool. And some of you guys are on that list. Yay! We got Emily. We got Rachel. We got Courtney. Who else? Fixin' to. We got some that fixin' to. We got Amanda. Okay. So 14,000 market partners were brought in last month, okay? And 34,000 were VIPs. That's really cool. Do you know what that means? That means people love our products. We have 2 to 1, 2 VIPs to 1 market partner. That's huge, okay? When you have people in activity, magic happens, okay? Activity is where it's at. You yourself, every one of you right now, listen to me. If you want your people to do something, You have to do something. If your team's not doing anything, you need new people. Okay, you can't resurrect the dead. All right. Now you can go through and onboard them and get them back on Y and whatever, but the ones that aren't going to do anything, you're not going to get them to do anything. Okay, it's not for you. You know, it's not all about you. All right, realize that. 44% activity in July, which is pretty awesome. That means everybody was almost 50% is doing something. Okay. 70% retention of renewals in July. So that means people that are re-signing on with Mon8, 70%. So that means people are loving Mon8 that keep on going. Okay. We had 6 new directors last month. Okay, 6 new directors. Now, you know what that, or 7 new directors. You know what that tells me? That tells me that the system is working. And if you do the system, you can get to director, okay? We're having more directors now than we did in the beginning, for sure, because we have a working system, okay? Do blocks for the cruise. Everybody excited about the cruise? Who's going on the cruise? Raise your hand. Whoop, whoop. That's right. All right. Now, this is doable. Okay. Every one of you can do this. If you're going to Vegas, you can do this. Okay. Now, expectations. Block. Obviously, the blocks, you get bonuses for the blocks if you do it this month, and you get extra $200. That's amazing. Okay. Great. But for the cruise, what do you need? MMB. Okay. Get to MMB. Second, get 1,800 in personal volume, all right? 900 can only come from you and 900 from your customers, okay? Then the next thing is 4 market partners within the 6 months, okay? This month, if you reach MMB and get your 1,800 in personal volume, that's month 1, you get $1,000. You don't have to have 4 market partners this month, okay? But you get $1,000 credit. What? Are you kidding me? That's amazing, okay? Now, I will tell you, since the very beginning of this company, I've been in since the very beginning, this trip is unbelievable. Normally, like when they went to Cabo and when they went to Maui, those were pretty difficult to get. But this right here, you can do it, okay? Okay, if you were a rank last month, okay, in July, you have to maintain. So, you know, it says MMB. You have to maintain your rank, okay? So some of you are MMs. You need to maintain that for 5 out of 6 months to get to the qualification. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be your rank or above, okay? So I'm AED. That means I have to get AED 5 out of 6 months for me to go on the trip, okay? So if you're an MB, that doesn't count. You need to get to MMB, but I'm just letting you guys know, like, that's what's expected of you. Have fun. That's what helps create culture, okay? It's all about having fun. Now, this is let's get back to the basics. 2 people a day, 5 days a week, okay? 2 new people, 5 days a week. 1 times 1, which means I get 1 market partner a week and 1 VIP a week. What is that going to look like? If I talk to 10 people, more than likely I'll get 1 person, right? Or maybe 2 if you're good, or maybe even 3. But that's kind of the numbers game you're looking at. Okay, so you're going to get 4 market partners and 4 VIPs. All right. PV is a huge focus, right? Continue your Meet Mon8s or your activity, your events. And Cruisapalooza, who's going? Every one of you should be going to a Cruisapalooza. Get there, okay? There's everywhere, all right? I'm going to Nebraska. I know there's some in Amarillo around Lubbock. I know there's some in Texas. I know there's some they're everywhere. So you can find one for sure, okay? I think Oklahoma City, there's 500 already registered, and they're having to get a bigger room, okay? That's pretty huge. Oh, if you get your block, if you're the requisition bonus, the VIP requisition, or am I saying that wrong? Requisition. I can't speak. The $60, you still get that with the 200. Okay, that 200 is just an extra bonus on top of everything you already get. Okay, some people had questions with that, but yes, you do get the $60 still. Okay, so, and then Smart Start, they're just adding $50 on top of the $150 they already get. Okay, so everything else is there. So what does August mean? Cars, cruises, cash. How many of you guys are getting cars that haven't got cars yet? Okay, every one of you? Okay, yes, that's right. See, I see you. I see you. Okay. All right, so that's all we talked about on the director's call. I thought I would let you guys know so you kind of know what's up. Communication. So does anybody else have anything they want to say? Anybody? Wave your hand at me if you want to say something. Anybody? No? No? Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Love every one of you. Hope you guys have a great week. If you need anything, let me know. Okay? Get an activity. Okay, bye.